Hey Patriots, welcome back to Dee's Daily Breakdown. This is episode number 70, and it's been a hot minute since I've been on the podcast, but I have a really good excuse. In case you don't know, we just moved recently to another part of Long Island, and if you have ever moved before, you know that it's a lot of work. Even though we went from a one-bedroom apartment to a two-bedroom apartment, and we went across the island, not to another state, it's still been a lot of work. So I finally found a quiet minute just to hop on and say, hey, that I'm still here, and I'm excited to move forward now with my podcast. And just to talk about a few things that are going on currently, I did a reel this morning mentioning that the 3 Democratic Socialists that were supposedly voted, I say that in quotes, in New York City, that those are actors. And just like Mamdani, the mayor of New York City, is an actor. And because I tell the truth, this triggers people. They're having a hard time wrapping their head around it. And the reason why, if you're having a hard time wrapping your head around it, the reason why is basically because you can't look at this on the surface. This is 5th generation warfare. Our country has been so deeply embedded with propaganda. Not just the liberals, but even the normies, we call the normies, the ones that love President Trump or voted for him or still whatever. They're on board with him, not on board with him, we're on board with him. Everybody has been walking around like zombies for a very long time. And in order to wake people's slumber, this is the way they've had to do it. So, yes, these people were installed, but not for bad, for the good, to shake up, to expose what has been going on in cities like New York. Just like that guy, I can't think of his name off the top of my head, the one that was running for mayor in Los Angeles. He's an actor. He was on that show, The Hill. I used to watch that back in the day, right? I think it's called The Hill, or something like that. Anyway, he was put there too, and he didn't win that's not the way it was supposed to be. They're doing this all on purpose to show the insanity of the left, and all of this will also lead back to the 2020 election and how that was stolen from President Trump. They allowed it to be stolen. It has to be done this way. It has to be shown this way. People have to feel it. The guy, Dave from News Treason, always says, how does it make you feel? And if it makes you feel uncomfortable, if it makes you feel upset, if you feel angry, that is the purpose. It's the purpose because the military, the special operations team wants you to rise up and get moving and speak up and change, make changes. Right? They can only do so much on their end, but they're looking at us to change our country and get our country back where it used to be. Now, honestly, I don't know if we'll ever go back to the original America. I know President Trump's getting us back to the original Constitution. I hate to say this, but I think so much damage has been done at this point. I know the best is yet to come. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer, but realistically, it's going to take, or if it does, I think it's going to take generations for it to really, our country to really level out, because there's still a good portion of the population who now they think it's okay to question their gender. Even if it's a small percentage, it's still embedded in the psyche of our country, and many people got far away from God. As we know, our country was based on godly principles. So I think this, and I think that's why this whole operation is taking as long as it is. We as humans, and now in this world we live in, it's everything, you press a button and things go quickly. But with this military operation, think about all the things they've had to take down, undo, remove, redo on every level. And this Mamdani and these actors are part of that, the part of the process. Remember, not that long ago, Mamdani was in the Oval Office with that fake President Trump, because the real President Trump, like I've said, is not that man that you see. He's also an actor, okay? So the real President Trump, people think that he died in a plane crash in 1989. I don't believe that. I don't think that's true. But I do think that he's isolated somewhere, either in the Cheyenne Mountains or maybe in Mar-a-Lago, right? But they've had to do it this way. Whether we like it or not, and I've said before, the military doesn't care about your feelings. And if you're suffering, I'm sorry that you are. But I'll say again that this has been an unseen war. And we've endured a whole lot of suffering, my husband and I. But on our worst day, I'm going to still say we're in America. Okay, so maybe people don't want to hear that, right? But we have clean drinking water, we have food on our table, we have a roof over our head, clothes to wear, right? We're alive and breathing, and we're living in still the greatest country in the world, the place where freedom is, right? So, if you're complaining about the gas prices and stuff, I just don't have any sympathy for you, because you have clean drinking water, okay? I mean, again, I'm going to be real and straight with you. Whiners and complainers need not apply when it comes to me. Don't even bother. Don't even bother following me. If you're that type and you're weak, I don't do well with weak people. I don't do well with whiners. It's like life is hard, and that's what I liked when Candace Owens said, life's tough, get a helmet. Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, she's a white hat actress as well. I've talked about that. She plays a role. They're all playing a role in this movie. Some people that you think are good are evil, evil good. But everybody is working for the one purpose of detoxing people, deprogramming people. And in order to have a great reset, it has to be done this way. Okay, so I hope that helped. And, just wanted to hop on and clear the air a little bit. And I really appreciate you being here. So, till next time, this is D for Liberty. If you've liked this, please share it with your friends. If it resonated, hit follow. You can also give me a rating here as well as on Apple Podcasts. I greatly appreciate that. You can even write a review on Apple Podcasts. It makes my podcast go to a larger audience. So I really thank you. And again, till next time, God bless you.